Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Good.
Wake up, wake up.
I like that.
Okay, wait.
What? Get your ass up. Go ahead, say it.
Good morning.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
What? We
Okay, wait.
Monday.
You on the official Man Cave Morning / Afternoon show. Y'all gotta understand the shenanigans that goes on before the show is amazing. Salute to you all on the check-in. It's official. It's going down. We are here this Monday morning.
Yes,
the Man Cave Morning Show. Let's introduce to the right of me. You already know, man. Dude that gets a little rude, especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him what?
Deacon Woo
Deacon
Woo.
Woo Woo.
Deacon Woo Woo. Take it for the tail and
Yo, the hate you give. My thug sister, right here. The beautiful thug.
little infants. F's everybody.
The gorgeous goon.
What the hell?
We call her what?
Oh my God.
1/3 of the RV group of Lord. We call her what? Hurricane Kiss.
Bang, 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 bang,
Y'all
bang.
get on my nerves.
The gorgeous goon.
And you in the middle, sir, are so humbly who?
I'm humbly just
Humbly
throwing on the general.
El Jefe.
El Jefe.
Chief Butter Wash Extraordinaire.
El Guapo.
We about to get this thing on and popping. Man Cave Morning / Afternoon show.
It's Monday, y'all.
No doubt, no doubt. A little later in the show, we definitely going to be talking to an amazing guest by the name of Paula J. Parker.
Paula J. Parker.
Yes, let's clap that up. And shout out to Art Evans, actor Art Evans, and the rest of the cast of this amazing play that will be based out of Detroit. And it's called Feeding the Monster, but we're going to talk about that later.
The Monster.
Yes. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. First and foremost, salute to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter, Periscope. Shout out to everyone watching us live on the mother site, WBKS1.com. That's where you should be. But shout out to everyone watching us live on Facebook and everyone listening to us live on that TuneIn app. It's going down today, the morning / afternoon show of the Man Cave crew, man.
It's the Man Cave.
Yes, we are in the building. Let's get some love to everybody trickling on FB. Shout out to Phyllis Woodbury. Good morning, Phyllis. Jay Gray on the check-in. What's up?
Gray?
Denise Sparrow.
Cuzzles in the building. John Booth. What's good? What's good? Shout out to Timothy Beverly on the check-in. Kaz Minor on the check-in. Pie Lady on the check-in. Good morning, Pie Lady. Good afternoon, wherever you at, wherever part of the world you are in. It is morning somewhere.
Yeah, Pie Lady.
Shout out to Patricia Shell Givens. What's up, sis? Cash Minor on the check-in. Sandy B on the check-in. David Lamar Williams on the check-in. D Mac on the check-in. D Sands. Good morning / afternoon. Shout out to Denise Sparrow, William Mansfield on the check-in. A lot of love, man, today. Anthony Williams on the check-in. Roland Muhammad on the check-in. DT on the check-in. Nene Mina on the check-in. Put down that cigar, Nene. Sydney Faithful on the check-in. Jay Jordan on the check-in and Rich Walters on the check-in. Let's get this thing on and popping. Yes. You are officially on the Man Cave morning / afternoon show. First and foremost, how was y'all weekend?
Profitable.
Interesting.
Interesting. You want to talk about it?
No.
You want to share what went down with you this weekend?
Well, I spend time with family. That's always great.
Okay.
I got a chance to hang out with my family, but had a little altercation with myself.
Yeah, what happened?
I kind of fell down the stairs.
How'd you fall down the stairs?
Are you okay?
I was trying to open the door for my cousin because she was going home. Ow, okay. And my flip-flop kind of flipped underneath my foot, and it tripped me up underneath my little mat that I had in front of my door. And I literally went flying down like a stair and a half.
Well, she's leaving out people. She was partaking in the sauce.
I was not. It was not a drunk.
Too much of the sauce.
Just say
yes,
no.
I had some wine. We was having some drinks, but it wasn't
sauce and the flip flop.
It wasn't
Don't
a drunk
mix.
fall. My slipper had it out for my whole life.
She showed us at rehearsal yesterday. She showed us the bruises, and I was like, "Damn!"
But I showed up to rehearsal broken and all.
You
so
sure did.
When I say I'm obligated, I'm obligated.
You sure did. Limping and all.
It's all good. It's all good.
No doubt, no doubt. And Will, your weekend?
I probably
just
got a
work.
concussion though.
Work.
Yeah.
I had a chill week. Me and wife, he went to go see the movie Nobody's Fool with Tiffany Haddish. Just clap that up. And
was it funny?
Tika something. Right? Yes, I thought it was good. She thought it was good and everything.
I like
it's funny. Shout out to Amari Hardwick. He did his thing. Whoopi Goldberg did her thing for the short time she was in the movie. Whoopi Goldberg did her thing. Tika Sumpter, watch out. Just watch out, y'all. She coming. I'm telling you right now.
I love her.
I hate to say this. I hate to compare anybody and make comparisons and everything because I know it's hard for black actors in Hollywood, period. But she coming for them roles, them Gabrielle Union roles.
Yeah.
What's up? That's what's
Tika
up.
Sumpter is coming
She's
for
a good
them
actress.
Gabrielle
I like Tika.
Union roles. So, hey, hope y'all can work together, do a movie together. But if not, she getting your roles, mama.
Right.
But anyway,
Loved her from the haves and have
Oh, real quick before we start the show, BKS has to give a quick birthday shout out to one of our own, Jay Chosen. He an old man today. So you guys,
his birthday?
Yeah, today's his birthday. Scorpio season is officially
Happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday
in progress. So y'all
to
all go
Dr.
wish him
J.
a happy B.
Julian too.
Julian.
Dr. J too.
Dr.
Yes.
J.
We were waiting for you yesterday, Jay. What happened?
Yeah, it was his birthday. He hit
Yeah.
Julian, 16 now. How old is Julian?
He was.
I know, right?
He was a little
bouncing baby boy.
He was a little smized. He was a little sauce.
I'm sure he was. He's legal now, so you
Yes.
know.
Yeah, right,
He's finally
right.
18.
I think he just turned 18.
No doubt. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday to
Jay
you,
Chosen
Scorpios.
and Dr. J.
Yes.
All right, so now let's get this thing on and popping. A lot going on in the world, but first and foremost,
No, too much.
what's going down Tuesday, tomorrow? It is that day. It is that time to make a difference.
Yes,
Absolutely.
it is.
It's that time to make a change.
Yes.
To what? Get out
We
there and
are
vote.
the people.
Yes,
who
get
can
out
do
there and
it.
vote, people. Make your vote count. Our vote does count.
Absolutely.
And trust me, when I tell you, man, we got to definitely put them Democrats in a power position.
Voter suppression.
I'm just
like what's going on, vote. If not, shut
Do
the hell
something
up.
right.
no
Exactly.
doubt. And look, tomorrow the state of Maryland has a chance to make history, right?
Yes.
Y'all have a chance to elect the first black governor in the state of Maryland.
Yes.
Yes.
Make that happen because he cares about the people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run this clip real quick by Dave Chappelle. Shout out to Dave. And let me run this clip real quick.
What's up? It's me, Dave Chappelle, standing here with my god brother Ben Jealous, who is poised to be the first black governor of this great state of Maryland. Wherever you're at in this country, hip hop, stand up. Please vote. It's very important right now. Make some noise for winning on Tuesday. What's up? It's me, Dave Chappelle, standing here with my god brother Ben Jealous, who is poised to be the first black governor of this great state of Maryland.
Get out there in droves. Turn out like we turned out for Obama. That whole synergy when we had a chance to be a part of electing the first African-American president of this beautiful country, United States of America. All right. But remember that energy we had and that togetherness, that sense of togetherness or whatever. And we showed our power. We came out in droves and there was lines around the corner and around the streets and everything like that. Let's duplicate that again. Understand that this is just as important. All right. This is just as important to get out there and vote.
So we have an opportunity to put an African American in the governor seat in Florida
and we have an opportunity to put an African American in the governor's seat of Georgia.
Right.
So if you look at what's going on, and if you are against what's going on in this country, the idiocracy, the disgust,
yes,
the just complete garbage that's going on, you're honor bound to vote. Please don't forget that black folks didn't get the right to vote until 1965. Right. So if it doesn't matter, it doesn't count, why are they trying to suppress your vote?
Yeah, think about
why didn't they want to give you the right to vote? And why do we die for the right to vote? Locally and nationally, if you want to see this country turn around, vote. If not, continue to rock out what you rock out with, and you have no right to complain.
No doubt.
Right,
no doubt. It's funny because I know Maxine Waters.
Oh, my leader.
She hit him with the bang bang.
The leader of black people.
Just set this clip up before I run it.
Yeah.
Maxine Waters, with this wave of democratic opportunity that's about to take back over the House, has a message for Republicans and people that kind of voted for Trump. And here it goes. Let's go to the videotape.
Let me run the clip.
Do to you what I'm going to do to you is fair. I'm going to do to you what you did to us. If we take back the House, most of the members of the Congressional Black Caucus will be chairs of the committees of the Congress of the United States of America. I will be the first African American, the first woman to chair the powerful Financial Services Committee. That's all of Wall Street. That's all the insurance companies, that's all the banks. And so, of course, the CEOs of the banks now are saying, what can we do to stop Maxine Waters? Because if she gets in, she's going to give us a bad time. I have not forgotten you foreclosed on our houses. I've not forgotten that you undermined our community. I have not forgotten that you sold us those exotic products, had a sign on the line for junk and for mess that we could not afford. And in doing that, I have people who are on the homeless who have never gotten back into a home. What am I going to do to you? What I'm going to do to you is fair. I'm going to do to you what you did to us. If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet. It is time for us to say, even though there are those who don't want us to say it, Mr. President, you need to be impeached. Already, you have members of your cabinet that have been booed out of restaurants, who have protesters taking up at their house, who saying no peace, no sleep. No peace, no sleep. And guess what? We're gonna win this battle. Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere. Because while you try and quote the Bible, Jeff Sessions and others, you really don't know the Bible. God is on our side. As long as I'm in the Congress of the United States, I'm going to take the floor. And when I take the floor and they try to claim my time and they ask me to yield, I will say, not 1 second will I yield. Not 1 second will I yield. Not 1 second will I yield. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as you go about your daily lives, many of you are still in jobs where they're discriminating against you. You're not making the pay that you're supposed to make. You don't have the position that you're supposed to have. And you keep going and you keep hoping and you keep thinking that they're going to get better, that things are going to change. It's not going to change until you decide that you're going to make a change. What am I going to do to you? What I'm going to do to you is fair. I'm going to do to you what you did to us. If we take back the House, most of the members of the Congressional Black Caucus will be chairs of the...
Let's clap up Maxine Waters, man. Wow. Powerful. Straight to the point. She ain't playing no games.
Absolutely.
Again, stressing how important it is that we get out there and vote, man. We got to get out there and vote.
So that's a woman that's unafraid She's not a coward. She's not a bootlick Uncle Tom. When she saw evil running for president, she spoke out against it. When he became president, she spoke out against it. She continues to speak truth to power. She's uncompromising, and she understands the state of war. War is not religion. It's war and it's politics. In politics, there's no such thing as turn the other cheek.
Right.
It's win or lose. So, we're going to do to you, politically, what you did to us, politically.
Yes.
Absolutely, positively, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I love her. You want to talk about black leadership? There you go. Black people don't got a leadership. Bullshit.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
Yeah.
We just get distracted by it. We get distracted by who's our leaders and everything.
Right.
It's crazy, man. But it's going to be an interesting day on the Man Cave Morning Show. Now, look, and one of our topics today, when we talk about, going to our relationship thing, one of the things we're going to be talking about today. So here it is. He's struggling. He's trying to build himself. So I don't want him. He's settling.
You better not look at me first.
Is she settling?
I'll burn the station to the ground.
He's struggling. He's trying to build himself. So
you better
I
not let
don't
me
want him.
first.
Is she settling?
Oh my God.
A lot of women don't want to have to build the bear, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about that today on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show.
The Man Cave Morning Show.
While we wait for our beautiful guest to check in with us today.
Yes.
Out there in Detroit, the beautiful actress Paula J. Parker. Shout out to Art Evans and the wonderful cast of this play, and shout out to the director and writer Veronica Loving. She will be checking in with us as well. It's interesting when y'all see what this play is about, and when we speak to the actors and everything. It's very interesting context, and we're going to try to get them to actually talk them into getting this play to the New York, New Jersey area as well. All right, so we're going to talk to them about that. But now, first and foremost, we got some news for y'all, some things that's going on in popping. Let's set this clip up here. What happened with this boy right here? What did he do to his mama?
He crazy.
All right.
Oh my God.
See? All right.
This young
I'm just going to show you. It's not us, people. All right.
It really ain't.
Let me run the clip.
I was getting ready to say some real other
doing cruddy shit.
Damn shame.
You said cruddy.
Let's run the clip.
It's so violent.
So violent.
15-year-old son Gregory Ramos strangled her after arguing over grades, then reported her missing a day later. Investigators say Ramos waited until his mother went to bed that night. That's when he choked her and got a wheelbarrow for her body.
Used his bare hands, which, by his estimate, it took him 30 minutes to kill her.
Then he found out she was still breathing, so again he choked the life from her. Deputies say he then drove around with her body and then dumped the wheelbarrow in another town. Then, according to deputies, Ramos called two friends to help cover up the murder, a fire pit behind a church. That's where the victim's body was dug from a shallow grave. Detectives say after a few hours of questioning, the teen confessed and seemed stunningly unapologetic, even proud of his plot.
No sign of remorse whatsoever. He was a soulless individual who thought he was the smartest person in the room. He also stated to us that he believes he deserved a Grammy for the way he performed with the 911 call.
15-year-old son Gregory Ramos strangled her after arguing over grades, then reported her missing a day later. Investigators say Ramos waited until his mother went to...
Again, we talked about this time and time on our show about handling rejection. No, I'm just keeping it 100, handling rejection and just when things don't go your way, you learning how to deal with it. Life don't always go your way. So here's this young 15-year-old boy got into his mom, just tried to talk to him about his grades and everything, and what's going on with your grades and your schooling and this and that. He didn't like what he heard, so he kills his mom. All right.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, and we'll go a little bit further with the story.
15-year-old in Florida spent a whole hour murdering his mom.
Whole hour.
Because she was trying to talk to him about his grades, and he wasn't feeling it. He waited until she went to bed and was deep in her sleep to kill her. He said he spent 30 minutes strangling her with his bare hands, all to find out she was still alive. And so he had to put in another 30 minutes because he wasn't letting the argument go. He buried her behind the church and said he deserves a Grammy for how well he did crying on the phone.
Okay. Sickness, mental illness. Go ahead, we'll speak on it.
Wow. First, rest in peace to that mother that lost her life. I want to speak to the humanity. I think that is a demonic individual. I think that he's sick. I think it's despicable. And I hope that mother rest in peace. And I think it's a tragedy when a mother has to lose their life at the hands of something that she gave birth to. I don't know whether that's human being. Now that is out the way, you really didn't think.
Because that just made me nauseous.
You really didn't think I wasn't going to take it there. Did you notice what they said? This individual, not this group. So the next time somebody says Chicago and how bad it is, I'm going to say Florida. Listen to me. It is a tragedy of unspeakable proportions, but it is always individualized.
Right.
Yet, when we suffer tragedy or meltdown or strife or demonic possession, we're labeled en masse broadly.
Right.
Don Lemon, in conclusion, said, the greatest terroristic threat to this country is the what? What did he say?
White American man.
Now, people lost their minds when that was said. Oh, it's reverse racism. Oh, it's this and oh, it's that. So if you can show me the statistics of violence in Chicago, then perhaps we need to look at the statistics of the Caucasian male, 15 to 30, and put an AR-15 next to that, and put entitlement. When they feel like they can't get their way, when their feelings are hurt, people lose their lives. Now, you never gave a damn when I was yelling about it because you never thought that my life had value. So when these monsters killed us, lynched us, burned us, raped us, shoot us, it didn't matter because we deserve it. But now the chickens are coming home to roost, and you're seeing the violence that is being projected
on their own.
Right.
Coming back to their own. Now we got a problem.
Yeah.
Now we need to deal with it. No, let's pray. Please.
Yeah, exactly.
Please.
That was crazy. Let's read some comments real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next story.
Okay. Julius Grace says stats and numbers don't lie. Fox Gallo said preach. Dennis said, yo, just the fact that he can talk about it like it's nothing, then put her behind a church and say he deserved a Grammy, shaking my head.
A wheelbarrow and buried her.
You guys are trickling and sorry. Nikki Raspberry said, may she rest in peace. That pay is coming for him. Sick. Phyllis Woodbury says, so freaking sad. You need self-defense skills for your freaking kids now.
Yeah.
May she rest in peace. A Grammy, are you serious? DT said he needs to get effed up to the fullest.
Oh, they're going to get him.
He sure was crazy. And Juanita said, no, she's not settling. They can build together, just in regards to the topic.
We're going to get heavy into that topic.
Sick, man.
It's crazy.
So do you think that culturally we deal with our kids like that? I'm going to take it there and go ahead and
it happens in our community.
I've heard little stories here and there.
So, it's like, I brought you in here, I'll take you out, blah, 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 blah. Do you think that culturally we deal with our kids that way? You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the point I'm trying to make.
You know what? Our kids fear us a little. I mean,
that's what I'm trying to get to, General.
Right.
In our community, we fear our parents a little bit more. That's what I meant to say.
Okay,
I did.
Thank you for putting it. Yeah. Thank you, bro. I didn't know how to say it.
We fear our parents to a
little more respect for the parental figure.
Man, one time I did this to my father. This when my father was healthy. I did this to my father. Like, what?
I bet that was the last time your ass put your arm up.
I may have a beautiful African American nose, but my nose used to be smaller until I did this to my father.
God, Jesus Christ!
This was shaped.
Yo.
Sean Bradley.
Oh my God. No, it's
really?
No, it's true. I don't know what's going on, but we definitely were raised with a lot more.
Oh my God.
Just not even fear, but it was just this respect. Like, it's funny because like people think I'm bugging out. Like I got hit one time in my life by my mom. My mom was somebody who she just had to speak. Yo, get up and go do so and so and so. You finish doing so and so and so. And you didn't want her to raise her voice. Y'all call me crazy and y'all call me like, oh, whatever, when I get in my moods. But my mother she carried herself with this respect where she didn't need to say things twice. And I remember I mumbled and called her the B word no, y'all don't understand. The same way you said with your arm, the hallway in between my mom, the kitchen where we used to live at, and my room was very long. And she yelled at me for something. I was in the mood and I was like, oh gosh. But you see how low I just said it? Yeah. She was in the kitchen. The music was blasting. It was Saturday chores. She was cooking breakfast, washing clothes. So the machine was going. It was a lot of... When I tell you, all you heard was... And she kicked my door. What the F did you say? I was like... And in my mind, I'm like, oh, did she hear me? You know what I'm saying? And when she cocked back and punched me in my stomach, it took that one and last time to get hit. These kids now, and even like Ori, like my daughter, black kid, Sean, rest in peace, one of Ori's friends, his mom, they were having an argument over something probably stupid, and she stabbed him in his leg, and he died because she caught him in the... But when I heard that, I was just like, to me, it was a shock because when you don't hear about those things often in your community, it's like, yo, whoa, I'm not even gonna lie, like this is like a white thing. Yeah. I hope I don't come off because I'm not nowhere near racist, but you don't hear that like that in our
culture is
oh
different.
My God, very
so
different.
If it's racist,
yeah.
Very different.
And we gonna move on.
Yeah, because that's sickening, and should just make me nauseous.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, man. All right, something.
We're gonna kill that kid in jail.
Let's go on to the next.
Not suicidal. On October 17th, she found Danye hanging from this tree in their backyard with bruises on his face, and this is her post.
It's the son of a sister that's a civil rights activist in Ferguson. Now, if we remember, Ferguson was where Michael Brown was murdered by the police, and the police got off, right? And so that they was a lot of civil unrest. They lynched her son. Run a clip.
And it's funny because allegedly lynched her son or whatever like that.
Okay.
But we know what it is.
I'm saying
they're not saying
okay. If my son has a rope around his neck and he's hanging from a tree, and I'm a civil rights activist, allegedly. Okay.
Right. And the reason I said that is because they're saying that he committed suicide. We know what it is.
Hung a rope, a lynching noose around his own neck, climbed in a tree and jumped off.
Law enforcement is saying that
sure they are.
He committed suicide.
Of course they are.
So we're gonna run the clip of his mom speaking right now. All right. Here it goes.
Not suicidal. On October 17th, she found Danye hanging from this tree in their backyard with bruises on his face. And this is her post that's been shared across America.
He was in good spirits.
McKinnon says the 24-year-old wasn't depressed and was starting a real estate business. She believes there's more to this story.
He said somebody took my son.
McKinnon, a prominent Ferguson activist, told me she thinks her family is being targeted. In the last 2 months, she says they've been getting death threats through social media, and those threats recently showed up at her doorstep.
They watched my house, and when my husband and my son would approach the car, they would drive off.
I asked her how she could link these threats to her involvement in Ferguson. She would not go into detail tonight. She also told me she never reported these threats to police.
Saying that he committed suicide? No. You're going to respect him. He was not suicidal.
On October 17th, she found Danye hanging from this tree in their backyard with bruises on his face. And this is her.
They got another one. Hopefully more comes out. Hopefully there was somebody with a cell phone in the wings. Hopefully there's somebody that comes forward and be like, this is what I heard. Hopefully the killers are bragging about it and it gets back to somebody and everything, and they spill the beans, you know what I'm saying? But we know what that was. We all know what that was.
So my grandfather is turning over here in his grave, understanding that we're dealing with lynchings and hangings in 2018. the environment that's being created, the things that are being said, and what we're suffering, people have to be held responsible for their actions. Thoughts and prayers once again. Just run the tape. May God grant you peace that passes all understanding. Sister, our heart goes out to you.
Absolutely.
We love you. And we cover these stories time and time again. So lastly, remember what I said earlier. Spiritually, it's turn the other cheek. Politically, it's eye for an eye. How's the community going to deal with this? Politically or spiritually?
Okay. All right. We're going to take a call. Caller from the 646, state your name when you're calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. Caller? 646?
Okay, guess not.
Oh, the phone lines are working today. All right. Y'all call back. Phone lines are open.
646
233
1302.
Yeah, call in right now on the Man Cave Morning Show. We'll make sure these because the weather is kind of crazy.
Somebody call and just test the lines for us.
No
just
doubt.
In case.
No doubt. Shout out to Dorothy Norman Rucker. I said Northy. I put
Northy.
I put the names
You
together.
put them together.
You know, so she said so sad. Shout out to Ramut Span on the check-in.
Yep.
Yes.
And we're gonna run another story. Oh, so you remember the lady that was wilding out on the girls in the parking lot? We ran the clip last week. The Caucasian lady, she's wilding out. Let's see. All right.
Yeah.
Caller from the 404. State your name. Where you calling from?
Oh, I was just checking the lines, man. You know what I'm saying? Check the lines.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just checking the lines.
See, that
Thank
means
you.
people are paying attention. We love that, bruh. Thank you so much. We appreciate you here on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show.
You know, it's the troublemaker. You know what I mean? The troublemaker's worth something.
Troublemaker, are you coming to the event this Sunday, the day party?
I got my 2 tickets, man. I paid for them. I want my food, man. You know what I mean? I want my food. And tell my sweetheart on there she needs to take lessons from that girl that box. You know what I mean? She can't be taking lessons from y'all. I know she lied about falling down the stairs.
We appreciate you calling
Oh
in.
my gosh.
Shout out to Hazy Baby promo on the check-in there. No doubt. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Oh, I gotta take pictures with all y'all so I can put on page.
No doubt, no
Don't
doubt.
worry, we'll look a lot better put together
We're gonna
that
have
day.
some fun, man. And I'm listen. When I'm get on the ones and twos at that day party, I'm taking everybody back, man. I'm playing some classics. You know what I'm saying? It's 70s, 80s, and 90s theme this Sunday from 3 to 9 p.m. It's also the R&B group Allure's official video release party as well as our Who Owns the Mic open mic. If y'all want to get up there, if you got skills, you want to get up there and jump on that stage, whether you could sing, whether you could tell jokes, whether you can read poetry, whatever the case may be, you can get up there on that stage. It's going down at the Express Lounge in Plainfield, New Jersey this Sunday from 3 to 9 p.m. Come and check us out, all right? Have a good time, man.
Respect.
Tell my brother Wu I'm gonna write something special for y'all.
No doubt. No doubt.
Respect,
We're going to see what it is, bro. All right.
Wu know how to do my thing.
Dig it.
No doubt. Appreciate you, my good brother. Thanks for calling in.
All right, baby. One love.
All right, peace.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, now let's get this thing on and popping, man. So, again, I was telling you about that lady that was wilding out on the sisters in the parking lot, whatever, for doing nothing. But guess what? She got arrested.
Oh, wow.
So she got arrested. I took another one off the streets. White woman known as South Park Susan surrendered to police after she was seen on video harassing 2 black women having car trouble, man.
Good for her ass.
Yes. So
Clap
she,
that up.
the pokey, she is in the pokey now.
In the pokey.
All right, so let's read that story
Tricky.
real quick, and then we're going to move on. We're going to get into this topic heavy.
She called the police on the woman and lied to the 911 operator by claiming the 2 women were trying to break into nearby residences, according to the Griot. They were actually waiting for a AAA to arrive so they could receive a jump start. How are you? I'm white. I'm beautiful. I'm hot. This is Myers Park, South Park, bitch. Why are you up here hanging out? Westwood ran it to the 2 sisters minding their own business in the now viral video. Well, not only has South Park Susan been fired from her job, she now has turned herself into police and was charged with a misdemeanor for misusing the 911 system and
Read more.
They fired this broad?
They fired her.
You. Justice.
Yep. Good.
You big dummy.
Good.
Justice.
Good for your dumb ass.
Wow, man.
They
Hey,
getting
look,
too. I'm telling you, they too comfortable.
people ain't playing though. They ain't playing. Look, they losing jobs.
Too
Shout out to
comfortable.
the employers that don't want that heat.
Right.
And when they see behavior like this go down, they be like, can them. They out of here.
Dig it.
Yep. Salute. So now
times are changing.
I'm about to dove into this topic, and ladies, we want y'all to keep it real. Fellas, you may actually like this one, but we're gonna run this clip, man. Set up this clip, Woo, before I run.
You know what? I think this clip speaks for itself. What I will say is watch the entire clip because it starts out one way and it ends in a completely different fashion. Let's
No
go
doubt.
to the video
So
tape.
remember the topic. The topic is he's struggling. He's trying to build himself. So I don't want him. Is she settling? Is she settling? He's struggling. He's trying to build himself. So I don't want him. You know, I want a ready-made dude. You know, he got the dough. He got the education. He got this. He got that. Whatever. You know, he got the nice whip. He got this. You know, I don't want a dude that's on the come up trying to build himself. You know, that if you're a man of a certain age or whatever, you should already be at a certain point in life. All right, so we're gonna talk about that. Here it is. Here's the clip. Ladies, pay attention.
Yeah, man. You know what? Don't even date no single mom. Don't even date no single mom because they struggling. They getting food stamps, housing, Section 8, Medicare, all that. WIC. Don't. Go find you a woman that has it all together. Go find you a woman that's not on no kind of assistance. You know why? Because that's what you deserve. You don't deserve no struggling single mom. You settling. If you date a struggling single mom, you don't know your worth, my dude. You don't know your worth. Don't date them. Nah. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Wasn't that just crazy? And I know y'all women looking at this video like, what? What is she talking about? Well, y'all do the same thing. Oh, I ain't dating no struggling men. I ain't dating no men that work at McDonald's. If a man's struggling, he shouldn't be dating. Well, listen. I'm here to tell you that if a man shouldn't be dating because he's struggling, sis, we shouldn't be dating then. Because let me tell you something. If you get food stamps, you struggling. You get Medicare, you struggling. You get WIC, you struggling. You got Section 8, you struggling. You get housing, you struggling. You ain't standing on your own 2 feet by yourself. You need some help. Did I say something wrong? Oh, okay. I'm just saying. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with getting none of those things. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is a struggle comes into play that makes you eligible for those kind of services. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But we don't want to date struggling men, though. But we expect men to come and date us, and we struggling. We struggling. These men, like I said before, these men come into our household and take care of children that aren't even theirs. And some of y'all let your kids disrespect these men that's putting food in the refrigerator and keeping a roof over their head. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Yeah. Come on now, men been dating us. Getting food stamps on Section 8 housing and all that. I ain't hear one complaint. But soon as I come on here and I tell women to humble themselves when it comes to the struggling men, because that man ain't going to be struggling forever, y'all get mad. What you mad for? He wasn't mad when he was dating you. and you was getting all them services and you was struggling. He wasn't mad when he had to come up in your household and take care of some kids that wasn't his. Yeah, it's twisted out here. But you know what? Shalakemia's in the building, and I'm here to untwist it. Period. Yeah, man, you know what? Don't even.
And a hush fell across the crowd.
Not over him. Norm over here catching the Holy Ghost. Look. Do not start that.
Jesus.
Hercules.
Ma.
She spoke for us.
My
My God, she spoke for us.
Oh, damn.
Call her sexist, please.
She
I
spoke
want
for
you
us.
to.
Wait a minute.
Oh, my God. Hold it.
What was that, ladies? What?
Okay.
Hello?
Wait.
Hello?
We gotta go to the comments.
All right.
What? What'd you say?
Let's get it.
Okay, you ready?
Stranger.
So Phyllis Wilbury said, wait. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was reading that thinking that, you are fired, bitch. That was about Homegirl. I thought y'all was referring to this. Okay, Phyllis, you said she sounds special. You talking about the video clip we just played? I just want to make sure I'm reading the right content.
Why she sounds
Yeah.
special.
The initial
GT said that's being transparent. Julius Gray said, I'm beyond tired of these racist entitled. Trump is going to get y'all killed. Patience is thin out on our people. When we start to strike back, you're going to wish you stayed in the closet. I'm tired of this shit. I'm done for real. And then Wanda said facts.
Let's get on to this
Yeah,
young lady.
I'm trying to get there. Okay, Kaz said we all know that she knows about struggling because her bed is right up in the corner, which means that she's at her mama's house. Laugh out loud. Troublemaker, stop it. Phil don't have a problem with a man struggling. There you go. So she wasn't referring to that.
Yeah, okay,
You don't have a problem with a man struggling.
And Dennis said, Norm, shout out. He's laughing at you, I guess.
You lie like a cross tie. My grandmother used to, I don't even know what it meant to sound good, though. You a lie.
Listen.
You a lie.
You's a lie.
She spoke
and
truth.
the truth ain't in you.
And Trish said, thumbs up.
She spoke truth, man.
She did.
Listen. I hear this all the time, whatever like that. Oh, I ain't trying to build no man. I don't want no Build-A-Bear man, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want a man. I don't want to have to take care of no man, blah, 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 this and that. I hear this all the time. But when the shoe is on the other foot.
Now!
When the shoe is on the other foot, my sisters.
My sisters.
When the brother just lost his job.
Well,
he got his own business.
Well.
And he has to work twice as hard.
Oh,
yes, Lord.
When this brother's telling you about his dreams.
Come through, Jesus.
Yes. You.
Come on through, Jesus.
You. Listen.
You better preach, brother.
When he says,
my Lord,
I only make $12.50 an hour, you don't want to hear that, huh? But when you see that smooth brother driving down the highway,
Stop it.
in that shiny Mercedes Benz, you like, hey, he got his stuff together.
Cause I don't want no Pinto.
He's better than this bum I'm dealing with right here.
I don't want no put.
Yes.
you need to upgrade.
I need to upgrade myself.
Speak on
because I want to settle now.
I think God is
And
trying
I'm
to tell
not
you
settling
something.
now because I deserve to get those red
I
bottoms.
deserve.
Yes. I deserve to get the jewelry and the nice.
Yes,
clothes.
I don't want no scrub.
I don't want no man.
Yes,
that's
Lord.
struggling. I don't want no man that's still trying to
I
build
don't want to
himself.
build
Oh my God.
Man that's still trying to better himself.
I don't want no man with kids. Don't want no man with debt.
I
Don't want no man with
need
problems.
Nobody on the come up.
You better be
I
able
need
to make
find
love to me
somebody
every
that
day, all
already
day, all day.
came up.
You better have money, be home, and be
Now,
gone at the same time.
This sister we just listened to, she has the answer. She spoke the truth. Lordy be. Can I get an amen from your brothers?
Amen.
Can I get an amen from some of you righteous sisters?
Amen.
Hello? Oh, there you go. One sister going to heaven. One sister going to heaven. That'd be 1995.
Now, on the serious.
Yo, Vic said we all need Jesus with that mess we on right now.
No, you need Jesus.
Oh,
on the serious tip.
Oh, he got him. He got him. Vic got him.
This is why our topic today is
I can't.
because of this sister that just spoke.
Mm-hmm.
He's struggling. He's trying to build himself. So I don't want him. Now, is she settling? I want y'all to answer that question. Is she settling when she hooks up with a dude that's struggling? He's trying to build himself. He's approaching on hard times. Let's take this call. Call it from the 908. State your name when you're calling from. You on the morning/afternoon show. Man Cave style.
This DT.
DT, what's good, man?
What up,
What
DT?
up?
What's up? You need an offering plate?
Huh?
I said you need an offering plate.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
What line you want? The $100 line or $50 line?
What's up, bro? Go ahead and make your point, man.
Nah, you got that one on. That was truthful, and I just had to call and say that.
No doubt, man. Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate you.
I'll holler at you.
No doubt, no doubt. Let's read some comments.
Sing a kiss.
Let's read some comments.
She gives me money. Sing a kiss.
Julia says she gives me money.
No, sing it.
What is going on?
Go ahead.
Julie says she gives me money when I'm in need. She's a trifling friend indeed. You said indeed, okay. Nigga.
Well, account.
Didi said,
on me.
do I get an amen up in here?
Yep. Let me do my Holy Ghost dance right now.
Yes.
Cue the organ.
Yes, yes.
Oh, man.
Denise Sprouse said, hilarious. Thanks for the church sermon.
Alicia said, y'all know y'all dead wrong.
Hey,
I'm going to put prayer in these cookies, but amen. Jesus.
Hey. Lucretia said, yo, Jay Chosen.
Oh, yeah.
Because
if y'all didn't, you heard their little sermon last week?
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't.
Yeah, but
we
it's
just caught one. We just caught one lioness.
Hey,
well, for that
we've been wilding out like that for years. It just resurfaced because of this topic, man. Something's really wrong with y'all.
Something is really right with us.
Alicia Mitchell said no. If she has wisdom, she would realize she is helping to build their kingdom, their empire, their future.
No doubt. No doubt. But that's my whole thing. Listen. I think there are certain women, I'm not saying all y'all, that set your expectations up
Too
so high.
Way high.
For something that y'all not willing to give yourself.
Hello.
And this is real talk. This is real talk. Like that, everybody go through it, man.
Right.
Listen. And just like the sister said, when y'all, you know, when y'all was on the come up, when y'all wasn't doing that well or whatever like that, you still expect to have a relationship. You still expected to have a man that stood by you and was in your corner and was taking you out on dates, whatever like that. You know why? Because it's like you wanted to feel complete. You wanted to feel whole. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm struggling. I got to work 3 jobs right now. Or you getting the welfare check, or you know you got Section 8 or whatever like that. So but you don't want nobody to shut you down just because you have these things,
right? Or
you want to come up or whatever like that, or you just trying to make ends meet. You don't want nobody to shut you down. But when a brother comes along like that, there are certain women out there that knows I'm saying certain. I'm not saying all. There are certain women out there that are quick to dismiss a brother quickly, just because he don't have all the pieces. As Jackie would say, he don't meet everything on that list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta look at how you behave, because the shoe could quickly be on the other foot.
Oh yeah. It
could quickly, just like that, be you. And you wouldn't want nobody to leave your side just because you didn't have your ish together.
Absolutely.
Go ahead,
Yes. Not all women. Yes, not every woman feels that way. Yeah. Now that that's out the way, goes back to my argument that I had last week about transactional. See, a woman is not aren't trifling, they're struggling. But a man is trifling. I know many men, me included, that have dated sisters struggling, not on the come up, but struggling. I know men that stood in the gap and took care of other people's children. We don't get no play though. We don't get no reward or no justice for that. I know many men that have stood in the gap and tried to rebuild a woman that was by another man. Many men that took on that responsibility. Feel the stress. I know many men that have been disrespected by said children that they take care of. Many brothers get disrespected from sisters because they're getting yelled at based upon what another brother did. But we don't talk about that. No, we talk about knockers. We talk about boys. We talk about men that aren't living up to their responsibility. Man that's standing in the gap turns into Popeye and says, I've had all I can stand. I can't stand no more. After he's done what he's supposed to do and he bounces, then they get lumped into the niggas ain't ish category, whatever.
Right.
We have to address the fact that if we want to be equal, if we want true equality, and if we truly want to be spiritual, we have to acknowledge the fact that all of us struggle, that all of us need to help one another. But some women think that love is transactional. And if you can't do for me, then you're not even qualified to be in a relationship. I hear women say that all the time. Well, you're not even qualified to be in a relationship, but you qualified to have 3 baby daddies. Okay. You on Section 8. Okay. You're not really working. Okay. You on welfare. Okay. But I want to be a singer. I want to be a dancer.
Right.
You know you're 37 years old. Huh? You know you living off the land of somebody else, but that's socially acceptable. If a man does the exact same behavior pattern, he's looked at as a bum. And finally, I look at myself that way as well. Let's keep it real. Because if I can't provide, protect, and defend, but tell me, you never seen a hood rat taking advantage of a sucker, a dummy, a square, while he's out there working hard, doing the best that he can do, and she's out there cheating on him. Don't happen.
Right.
Please, enough.
I want to read a comment real quick.
Let's read some comments.
On IG, Vic is trickling on IG. He said, no, she's not settling. You settle when you pass down a struggling man for a man with a nice car and money. Too many are materialistic and spoiled. I had that happen to me last year because I went down here with life. It hurt me bad. Just recently, a longtime friend of 21 years and wanted to date just cut me off when I lost my job and I was struggling. Women want a man to be a man, but wants to control a man. Let me be a man by building him up.
No doubt.
Sorry.
Clap that up.
I respect your honesty and your transparency.
Daryl D. Mack said, fact is most of us oh Lord, hold on. Fact is most of us oh, y'all are typing quick. Hold on, y'all ain't got my glasses now. Okay, I'm gonna go with Dee Dee Graham first. Life is all about standing in the gap for someone at some point. Let's remember that many people have gone through something in their past which makes them change their standards, not always for the better. And the next relationship, it's horrible, not right.
No doubt.
And then give me a second, sorry y'all. Daryl D. Mack said, fact is most of us struggle to some degree. If I struggle and I still treat you as a queen, if that is settling to a woman, she is not the one for me. Some women have a sense of entitlement when they have nothing to offer but their looks and what's between their legs. Amen. Nikki Raspberry said, right, woo. Where we at? I think that's it. Yes. Dee Dee Graham said, I'm going to say an extra prayer for you all. Just came in on the middle of the sermon. Bishop Norm, Deacon Wu, and Evangelist Kiss. Amen, amen.
Pass the plate.
Oh, there's another one up here. Anthony, become what you want to attract.
Absolutely.
And Kaz Minor said, how do you want something without the nurturing, watering, and getting all the weeds out of the way?
Yeah, I mean, true indeed, man. True indeed.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Nikki Raspberry. Hold on. We can struggle together as long as we're responsible in the struggle. I feel a shout coming on there.
I used to make a joke back in the day. Back in the day, I used to be like, yo, I want to date and marry a woman at Burger King. Right?
That was a joke you said?
No, listen, I used to make a joke like that.
Right.
And people be like, whatever, Norm. You would never do that. You wouldn't have like. But yes, I would. Why? I mean, think about it, right? She would appreciate a lot more, right? Even you know what I'm saying, in a certain status, whatever like that. She working at Burger King, she going to work every day. She got a job. You know what I'm saying? She doing what she got to do to take care of herself. Why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? Should I look down on her because she's working at the counter at Burger King or whatever, or she's sweeping the floors at Burger King or whatever like that? And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't take away from the person. Now, of course, you would want that person that you choose, you know, working at Burger King to have more higher aspirations for themselves. And maybe there's a reason why She's at Burger King or whatever like that. But we're quick to dismiss somebody, right? Because they're not at a certain status or at a certain level, you know, we want certain people to be at or whatever. You know, and we quick to be like, oh, shut him down, or what? Oh my God, no, I don't talk to him, whatever. You see, he was picking paper up off the street or whatever. He worked for the city doing this, so he's doing that. Whatever. We quick to judge somebody and shut him out. You know, but we quick to be like, oh, look at her, yo, she got her stuff together. You know, she's working at this such and such company. She's driving this, she doing that, whatever. You know, like, I don't think a lot of guys are like that more so than women. Let's be honest. I don't think a lot of dudes is like that.
I don't either. But
there's more women that's like that. Let's be honest about it.
Listen.
I mean, there are guys that are like that. But as far as the majority rules, I do agree with you. I think that there are a lot more women out here that are paying attention to the wrong things when it comes to how they're choosing their men.
You know who the woman in the king's life is? The queen. You know who the queen's husband is? He's not the king. He's the queen's husband. I ain't make the rules up. That's number one. Number two, I'm a man. I can only speak from my perspective.
Right.
A brother could scoop a sister up from any social economic condition ever. Ask Tiger Woods' housekeeping wife. What happened to her social status when she linked up with a powerful man? Does it go the other way? Okay. Do men have this expectation like, well, I'm in good shape and I have a very big penis, so therefore I have an expectation that someone's going to be taking care of me? No, not all women. I'm talking about the women that expect that.
Right.
And there are monstrous women out there. Evil, shrewd, witch women that destroy the lives of men and children everywhere. You know the kind that got the Gucci purse and a red bottom shoes and a filthy, disgusting house and multiple baby daddies. But she gets over now, doesn't she? Why? Because of the way she looks and the expectation that she has. And she's not voted off the island. Now, is she? She victimizes people. And no one ever calls her out. People just go, just got to charge it to the game. Now, when a man is victimized by a woman like that, nobody don't ever say nothing about that. About how bad. You just got to charge it to the game. We have to readjust our expectations. If we want true equality and true spirituality, then what's good for the goose got to be good for the gander. There's some sisters out here that are predators. Right? And they look good and they smell good and they ain't shit and they keep getting over. Period. Now, when are we gonna vote them sisters off the island? The same way you say nigga ain't ish and y'all man this and y'all man ain't that. There's no outcry for that. For women that victimize people and hurt people and destroy lives and raise their daughters to become just as trifling as they are. No outcry. Just gotta charge it to the game.
Let's read some comments.
Nikki Raspberry said, we don't need to use struggling as a crutch. We need to be responsible and build each other. DT said, the way you look will attract what you look for. If you go outside with a headscarf and shorts and slippers, then you will attract a guy that doesn't want a classy female, and the same with men. I don't necessarily agree with that because I've bagged a lot of great guys with a scarf on. Wanda said, I know some guys like that. Ramu said, there are some single moms like myself who have been blessed not to struggle, but if I had a man that fell into the struggling stage, I'll stick with him because we should be as one. We should help build each other. Norman Barron said, some men and women look for the material need of one another. Once that is accomplished and they find their emotional intimacy needs are being met, they out. That their emotional and intimacy needs aren't being met, they're out.
Does that test the relationship when y'all struggling together? When y'all struggling together, so you trying you ain't got your stuff right, you trying to get it together, whatever. You know, you trying to barely just make ends meet. When the man is just barely trying to make ends meet, but y'all still together. Does that test the true core of the relationship?
I believe so.
Because if one bails out, you know, because of the struggle, that kind of tells you that. You know what I'm saying? They
where you at, right?
They ain't with you for the long haul.
Oh yeah.
I think that it builds character and it does test you. And your faith comes from when you can look back on your life and see that you've overcome adversity. The problem is when the adversity comes, sometimes people just want to bail out. Sometimes people want to upgrade because their needs aren't being met, so they never get to the other side of the struggle because they're so narcissistic and so self-centered, and they don't have patience or compassion for another person, so they just kind of bounce. And as someone that was victimized by that, it hurt and it made me bitter. I'm not bitter now, but let's keep it 100. You understand what I'm saying? There are a lot of people that don't stick and stay. If you don't stick and stay, you can't get the benefit on the other side. I don't respect people like that. But there are a lot of people that see the flash. So the joker that's working at Burger King but going to school gets left. Happens every single day. Every single day. Or the dude that's telling you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Right.
She'll leave a good man, etc., etc., etc. You know what I mean? So, and vice versa for men look at a big booty and a smile and ignore the woman that put him through college, Clarence Thomas, grade to get rich and get a white girl.
Right.
So it's messed up. We got to start doing better by ourselves.
No doubt, no doubt. Let's read some comments.
Dee Graham said, I really want to build with my partner, just work, have a dream, and let's build. But let me say this, in the past few months dating, men have told me to straighten my hair, change the color, etc. Why? Alicia said yes. Kaz Minor says, I'm sorry, let me move down, y'all.
Who told you to straighten your hair
and change the color? Who told you that?
Kaz Minor said, I used to tell my wife all the time that I'm the king and I'll always have the last word like God intended. My wife would ask me, and what's the last word? My reply with bass in my voice, yes, dear.
That was good.
Phyllis Woodbury says yes, it does. Most definitely. Dee Graham said people aren't ready to manage a struggle. True.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's it.
No doubt. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it like this, man. Just whatever you expect, make sure you're willing to give it to. That's all I could say on that. I just see it too much, man.
I don't know. I mean, for me, as a woman, I'm just saying, I've never liked being in a situation where I don't like not feeling ready for anything. I don't care if it's going to rehearsal. I don't care if it's going into a studio session. I don't care if it's coming here. I don't like not feeling complete. You know what I mean? To the point where I know I can come and give my absolute best. So with that being said, I wouldn't want to be in a situation or in a relationship, especially with somebody, whether he's doing good or not, but not be able to give my best. Because I've had both sides of the spectrum. I was in a situation where, we were both good at one point, and then we were both struggling at one point. But then the minute the other one kind of started doing good again, it was like, oh, you still over here? And then and treated me like absolute crud. And I'm just like, this is what we're doing here. So that gave me a huge insight as to what type of person that he was, what attracted him, whatever. And then I was also in another situation where I was with somebody who, we were both kind of going through it, but we both tagged each other. We celebrated one another even when we were down, whatever the case is. And that test is something that if you can be with somebody in that struggle and actually pull together and make things happen and make ends meet and just kind of can be a team still with nothing, that says a lot about a person. And I just feel like a lot of women, like we've been saying, I don't want to be redundant, but we just care too much about the wrong things, and a lot of men do the same thing. Make poor choices.
You know what? And this is what I hate, and I gotta kind of just put something out there on Front Street. When brother just lost his job. All right, got in his car not working. Lost his job, whatever. Hurt himself, injured himself, whatever like that. Whereas, he's in the process, unemployment running out, the whole nine, whatever. And I still see this dude chasing ass. I still see this dude chasing
You're
ass.
disqualified.
Like, bro.
Yes, sir. You right.
Get your ish together first. And you're like, oh my God, ain't she bad? She bad. Where you gonna take her to, bro?
Yeah, that's true.
Mom's house. You taking the girl you trying to go to your mom's house or your brother's house or one of your friend's house or whatever like that, just to smash or get busy, whatever. You feeding a whole bunch of lies or whatever the case may be, whatever like that. Yo, stop it, man. Get your ish together. Listen. Most 9 times out of 10, you're never gonna have yourself totally 100% together.
Right.
We get that. That's possibly with all of us. 9%. together the way you want to be. But at least get to a certain point to where you're able to take care of yourself first before you go out there and start trying to wine and dine and impress people. You robbing Peter to pay Paul just to go out on a date or whatever. I see it.
Right.
I see
but
that
what
a
I
lot.
want to know is,
and the flip side,
that Joker gets mad traction. Yeah, he pulls women. No, he doesn't keep women. No, I'm not saying that. But it seems like from where I'm sitting, that type of loser always is in the company of a woman, and then another one, and then another one, then another one. And a Joker that's working hard, keeping his head down, trying to do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Maybe that brother is in the exact same situation, right? But he chooses to try to better himself. He gets no play from women. He gets absolutely no play. I don't understand it. And then women start complaining about the choices that they made. Yes. The Joker is disqualified, right? But you don't got. Why do you say yes to him and not yes to the person that has integrity and character? I don't get it.
No, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm sorry because of this comment just kind of opened my eyes. He said most women are vampires. Don't
Who
see
said
their.
this?
This is Victor.
Okay.
Most women are vampires. Don't see their reflection in the mirror, meaning they don't see anything wrong with them. When what a brother said earlier, they can go have babies with different baby dads and look for the good and real men because he works here and drives that. It seems like being a baby mom is a business to certain women, not all, but we don't have our priorities in order.
But you know what? It's funny you said that. Okay, so just like the scenario I gave about the dude lost his job, there are women out there like that too, right?
Of course,
there are women out there like that too,
and they pull men all the time.
But they struggling. They going to school. I see women in school, right? But they struggling. Ain't got a job like that, maybe they have one kid or whatever like that, and they just going through real hard times. And most of the times when I run into those type of women, they actually really don't want no relationship because they feel uncomfortable. They don't feel right with themselves of entering into something where they can't, they're not going to be able to put complete focus on the relationship. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to get that man what he's really looking for right now because they just trying to eat and they just trying to take care of their kid. I see that flip side too. Right. Where it's like, yo, man, I just want to holler with you. Just let me take you out. I want to spend some time with you. And they like, look, I'm not there right there. You're nice. I like you. I think you whatever, but I'm going through a lot in my life right now. Sometimes you got to be fair, not only to yourself but to the other person. Like I don't want to put what I'm going through on you.
Right.
I just feel like men of good character have problems hooking up with women of good character and vice versa. See, like if you got character, like you said, you're going to say, I don't want to be with someone. And you may miss your blessings because, maybe that person is the diamond in the rough that can help you through it, but you got good character and you say no. So with this whole male-female thing that we argue about all the time, it just seems like we're always ships in the night that pass. It seems like the opportunist is what catches our eye, male and female, instead of the true person. Right. So the person that says, I don't want to be in a relationship, that's very true. And you're being responsible, but you may be missing your blessing as well.
Right.
I highly recommend Failure. Failure is where character is built. It took me losing everything, and I do mean everything, to shake myself up off my square. The thing of it is when I'm in that state, I'm going to resist the hand up.
Right.
So now I'll resist the hand up, and then I'll become bitter.
Right.
Which was me. I'm talking about me now. Now I'm talking about why aren't you this, why aren't you that? Well, maybe there was someone in my life at the time that was willing to support me, and I was like, I was too proud. So it's very, very deep. I think that the devils in the world, male and female, like to take advantage of people at their lowest point of view.
But at the same time, use the key word, character, right? So it's character for any woman that's willing to deal with a man why she sees him struggling and he don't have this, he don't have that, he hasn't gotten himself situated or together yet, whatever. If you enter into that situation knowing that he's struggling and you still want to take that situation on, don't beat him down later for what he's not able to do or give you. Do you hear what I'm saying? Don't beat him down later because you entered into that situation knowing what you was dealing with, knowing who you were getting.
Right.
So don't beat him down in the process. Like he ain't this, that, blah 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 blah. He ain't got this, and don't beat him down later because he's trying to do better. Yeah. If you see somebody trying or making an effort, you can't beat them down for what they're not able to do for you. And that's all I'm saying. And vice versa. Vice versa. Just there's dudes that's the same way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You knew she didn't have much when you got with her, bruh. But she was a pretty face and a fat ass. So, but she's trying, I'm trying to go to school, I'm trying to take care of my son, blah, 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 blah. So you start doing things for her, my dude. You start doing things for her, help her out. You put a little food in the house, do this, whatever like that. All right? And don't beat her down later either by saying, look at what I'm doing for you. I'm doing everything. I'm helping. I'm helping you get to work. I'm helping you get back and forth to school. Don't do that either, bro. Right. Because you knew what you was dealing with when you met her. You knew where she was at in life. You chose to take that on. All right. So that's all I'm saying. Be cognizant of what you do as well and everything. Let me take this call real quick before our guest calls in. Caller from the 646.
How you doing?
State your name. Where you calling from?
It's Victor.
Hey, that's funny. I was getting ready to tell you to call in, bro. You might as well.
Yeah, turn your radio down, your computer down in the back.
All right, let me talk to you. How you doing?
Hey, Vic.
All right, what's going on?
I'm good. I was typing a lot, so I said, let me just call in. What's up, sis?
What's up?
What's going on, bro?
All right, so I was listening to everything, and perfect. I've been through that. In a relationship, my last relationship, I've been through that where what Norman was just saying, as far as don't beat them down. My last relationship, I've been through that where the woman would sit there and encourage me, but stalk me. You know what I'm saying? So I know that feeling, because when you have a woman who sit there, and she was the type of woman where she wanted somebody with a full-time job, and wanted, he was already had to be set, and it's distracting to as a man, because I know how it is to struggle.
Right.
Okay.
Right. No, exactly.
No, like. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You was making a point. I was just agreeing with you.
But as far as a person struggling, I know how it is to struggle when you with somebody and that woman, she wants you to be already built, already driving that BM or whatever the case may be. So, you know what I mean? Like, you could either have the materialistic chick or you could have the Michelle Obama. And, when the woman I was with, she verbally abused me. And I made the decision to get out the relationship because of the fact that I don't care how much D I can give you. I don't care how much of love and affection I can give you. Right. But if I'm struggling and you see me trying to build myself up, you should be there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, that relationship was kind of toxic for me, because it's not like I'm sitting around playing video games. I'm 37 years old. You know what I'm saying? So if you sitting there and you see me going to job interviews at the time, and you see me going to take care of business, and I'm struggling in the midst of that, you shouldn't even try to for me. And she wasn't, because she wanted me to be settled down. So it was a lot of, secretive stuff behind closed doors and all. So, I had to get out that relationship. And once I got out the relationship, I got better at what I had to do, because it wasn't a distraction no more.
Right.
So, yeah. So I got the experience as far as a woman turning me down, or a woman, bashing me or whatever.
No doubt, man. Yo, definitely appreciate you for sharing that, bro. We appreciate you calling into the show, sharing that with the people. No doubt.
No doubt.
Salute. Again, call in 646-233. 0-2.
I think that a lot of us stay in toxic relationships because that's what we saw and that's what we know.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, men. To all the men that is within the sound of my voice, Cave Morning Show. Listen. Males, female relationships, brothers. Look, do me a favor. Get yourself together.
Yeah,
know
man.
where you stand spiritually, financially, ethically, morally, emotionally, etc. If you want to attract a woman, you have to find out who and what you are. You can't do that by chasing them, right? Or by allowing yourself to be emasculated, or allowing a female to deter you from your goal.
Right.
Women are attracted to confidence, accomplishments. It is what it is. They're attracted to leadership, and they're attracted to strength.
Yep.
If you're around someone that they're not allowing you to be strong and you don't know who and what you are,
right,
you have to separate. So I would agree with Norman. Listen, I'm not ready to be in a relationship now. Once you get your ish together, the world will be your oyster, man, right? But if you don't know what it is spiritually, if you're immature, if you don't have any goals in mind, listen, and you ain't got nothing to do, and no place to be, listen, your biggest concern should be time management. You dig what I'm saying? I gotta go to work. I gotta make my love to my woman. I gotta go on vacation. If these type of things aren't happening, you're gonna have to pull back, man, and get into yourself. Don't let a woman make a decision for your life. As a man, you are the provider. You are to defend. You are to protect. If you're not able to do that, what do you expect a woman to do?
True.
She can't make you. She can't make you that.
Yeah, but
she can't make you that, bro. You gotta get that yourself.
You know what, too? It's like it's all about prioritizing too, and this is with men and women. A lot of men that don't got their self together, and will never have their self together, is because they don't prioritize right.
Yes, sir.
You know, they put this above this. But what they should be doing, you know, and I see women do it the same way too. They don't got a pot to piss in. They going out all the time. They stay in the club. They taking trips. They find a way to take a damn trip. You know what I'm saying? Somehow I'm like, how the hell is she going on a trip?
And can't feed their children nutritious food.
A pot to piss in.
Right. But you balling though.
It's okay to fall back and take the time to start building yourself, right? And pushing all these other little things that you want, your wants,
right,
in the corner. Push your wants in the corner and start prioritizing, thinking about your needs.
Right.
And that's, I see that all the time. Brothers do it too, man. You know, focus on those needs. Those wants will come later.
Right.
All right. With that being said, shout out to our guest we're going to be speaking with this morning, Paula J. Parker and everything. Because you know, I used to say her name, Paula J. Parker.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
My whole life, she's been Paula J.
I still don't even know it's right. I guess she gonna correct that when she call in and everything.
Paula J. Parker, Michael J. White.
Yes.
She always in my mind together all the time.
Yes, she's a part of this play, this amazing play that I'm hearing about, and they're gonna be premiering it out there in Detroit and everything. But y'all remember Paula J. Parker? She was like
Friday.
In Friday, Hustle and Flow, My Baby's Daddy, Phone Booth, Idlewild, Sprung. She Hate Me. Oh, I liked her. And She Hate Me. She was funny.
Oh my God.
Tales from the Hood.
Yeah.
Don't be a menace.
Why do fools fall in love?
Yeah, that's my girl now.
High Crimes. 30 Years to Live. Life of a King. Patterns of Attraction. The Breaks. Woo. Get on the Bus. The Genius. She was in a lot of movies.
Every important African American movie in the last 20 years, her ass was in.
Paula doing the damn thing. Let me hold something, Paula. Let me hold something.
Dig it.
She gonna tell you like she told.
She was an animal too.
Yeah.
What's his name? Craig.
Yeah.
She said, "Go ask that bitch." If I come out there.
Exactly. But she's a part of this amazing play, and
it's called Feeding a Monster.
Yeah, Feeding a Monster. And there's some great people in that play as well.
Yeah.
But let me give y'all a little briefing about what the play is about before we even speak to Paula and everything. Feeding a Monster.
In Feeding a Monster, Veronica Loving, played by actress Paula J. White, is an independent professional woman. Mother of Jasmine and wife of Kenneth.
Let's read that again, bro.
What's the
Paula J. White?
Paula
J. Parker.
You went back to your comparison. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You went back to your comparison.
Do over, Michael J. White. Okay. No, baby, you're not Spawn. Okay. In Feeding a Monster, Veronica Loving, played by actress Paula J. Parker, is an independent professional woman, mother of Jasmine, and wife of Kenneth Crookman King, played by actor DeJohn Christopher. Kenneth is a muscular blue-collar worker, masculine blue-collar worker, former professional athlete, married to Veronica, and stepfather to Jasmine. Jasmine, played by actress
Doyen
Domingo, is a young woman in her 20s and the daughter of Veronica and Kenneth's stepdaughter. The play is based on a true story of Veronica Loving and her daughter Jasmine. Jackson's self-published memoir, Feeding a Monster, which tackles the sensitive and dark topic of sexual assault. The emotions of the play are powerful and show the transition of victims as they make their journey to wholeness. The support system for Veronica and Jasmine throughout the whole ordeal is Ray and Eli. Ray, played by actress
Kanisha
Wade Dorsey, a sassy professional woman and Veronica's best friend. Eli, played by actor Andre K. Jefferson, a young college student in his 20s and boyfriend of Jasmine. The play is a genius blend of comedy, tragedy, and lessons they have learned along the way.
No doubt, no doubt. It's very interesting. I can't wait to talk to her and just also to see what she's been up to and everything. But here's a little photo of the play, little promo of the play right here. Art Evans. I remember Art Evans. Yeah, I remember him. I think what was he in? He was in a few movies. I'm about to pull him up.
That up, yeah.
He was.
Remember his face for sure.
Yeah, he got a roster. He got a roster for sure too. But
Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
I remember his face from Die Hard 2.
Was she in a Soldier Story as well? Is that Art Evans?
Who's that?
Art Evans. Pull up his credits.
Oh yeah, Art Evans. Yeah. No,
I definitely remember him from Die Hard 2 though.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see, Art Evans and everything. But Paula, man, Ice, man, I love me some Paula J. Parker.
Who don't? Still love her. No disrespect.
I met her years ago.
Okay.
Actually at a Vibe convention at the Waldorf Astoria. Me and Soups, Trish met her. This was years ago. Quincy Jones used to do the Vibe convention at the Waldorf. And they had this little food thing. Then they had drinks, whatever. She came in with John Singleton. I think she tried to make us get up from our seat, but we're gonna talk to her.
Oh well, tell the story.
Hey, nah. But you know, now knowing what I know now, I probably would have got it.
Yeah, he was in a Soldier Story. I love this guy, Art Evans. Yeah.
Okay, no doubt. Let's see what he played in. Let's look at his credits.
Yeah.
Art Evans. Yeah, I remember that face. Oh yeah, he got a lot on his belt. Yeah, Die Hard 2, Fright Night. Yes. Ruthless People. Yeah, he was in that.
Okay.
He was in that.
I remember.
Yeah, I'm looking at his whole.
Anything you don't want to do,
and
he's still working for you.
Yeah,
that's what I remember in the Soldier Story. Way back in the day.
What was your favorite line from Paula J. Parker in Friday?
Oh, where you was at last night, Craig? Because my sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy, told me she saw you at the club and you was all hugged up with some tramp. Lord. Now tell me who she was. You know I love your mama. Who the fuck was that? No, go ask that bitch for some money.
Oh my God.
That was my first favorite ratchet chick. I'm sorry. Who don't love her?
The lie, you ain't got the lie,
You ain't got the lie. You ain't got the lie, Craig.
No, she was like, you know I love your mama. I can't with them braids.
No doubt. I think this might be her calling in right now. We're going to take this call. All right. That's funny. Caller from the 843. State your name where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. What's up?
Hey, this is the cast from Feeding a Monster calling in for our 1:30 interview.
Hey,
hi, how are you?
Just talking about you.
What's up, crew? We ready for y'all.
All right, so we're getting everybody set on one couch so we all can trigger in on the conversation.
Y'all rocking the speakerphone?
Yep, we got a speakerphone rolling.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we ready. We was actually just talking about the play and everything. So, do we have the director as well?
Yep, the director is right here. We got Paula. We have Paula, Art.
Paula, Art. Who else we got?
DeJuan.
Okay, all right. So let's talk. Can we talk to we got Veronica there, right?
No, Veronica's not here.
Oh, Veronica's not there. Okay. All right. So all right, let's go right into this. And first, welcome the cast of Feeding a Monster. The cast of Feeding a Monster. I want just everybody just go down the line and just state their name and also the character that you play.
Hi, my name is Paula J. Parker, and I play Veronica Loving.
Paula J.
Hey, Paula.
Not Paula J. Paula J.
And who we got next?
Hello, my name is DeJuan Christopher, and I'm portraying the role of Kenneth Crockham King.
All right.
Okay. All right. And who we got next?
My name is Andre K. Jefferson. I'm playing the role of Eli.
Eli. Okay, the saving grace. All right. Who we got next?
And my name is Art Evans, and I'm playing the part of the prisoner, and I'm also the director.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
All right, I knew that voice. When you started talking, you didn't even have to say your name.
I know.
You know, you a legend in the game.
Oh, my God.
You a legend in the game. So, let me ask you, I'm glad we got the director on the phone. First and foremost, how did you become a part of this amazing play?
Me personally, I was engaged by the writer, Miss Loving, and the play was quite charismatic for me, literally, so I signed on straight away.
Oh, nice. Now, just
I want to give y'all a little backstory that he never includes, but I personally think it's interesting that Chris Spencer introduced him to Veronica.
Okay.
If you guys are familiar with Chris Spencer, big time writer, comic, he put them together. He's a brilliant man.
Okay, so Paula, now that we got you there, just tell us how I know you're a busy woman. I know you're a busy woman. How did you say, you know what? I want to be a part of this. I want to get down with this. Feeding a Monster. I got to do this. I got to take this role.
The work. You know, I don't care how busy an actress is. When the work jumps off the page and gives you an opportunity to really stretch, you know, and someone gets you, and they write to you, and they come to you with a part. And they're not asking you to audition when they've seen you in over 100 films already and know that you could play it with your eyes closed. That's respect. And that makes me want to be a part of whatever you've got going on, just out the gate. But then the part spoke to me. It's phenomenal. She really did a phenomenal job writing a strong female character.
Now, the role you play, you actually play... you play Veronica. Yes. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you about something. I was actually happy for you when I saw that you were leading this cast.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know what? You have been in a lot of films, and before you called in, I ran off almost all of the films that you ever been in.
And your lines.
Yes.
We tried.
Yes, and I'm like,
that's a game show.
Yeah, but you have such an incredible body of work. Are you tired of people repeating your lines from Friday, the movie Friday?
Never, honey. That was 25 years ago, and I'm so thankful that I'm still relevant enough for Beyonce to make a song. And then when I was watching her on stage and she referenced me, I literally fell out. Like I am so honored every time someone dresses up like my character in Friday and they tag me. I'm honored because, you know, it lets me know that, you know, I'm still here. Right. Not that I don't know I'm still here. Right. Obviously, I'm still here. I'm the one here, but you acknowledge. And, you know, I don't want to sound too much like Sally Field. You love me, but you do.
Right.
And I'm thankful because I love you. I love you first. I love you first. So thank you. And thank you.
Now let me.
So no, the answer is no. Keep it coming. Okay. I love y'all, and I will continue to work my hardest to give y'all more to tease me about it.
And it's funny because we right before you called in, we were just laughing about the fact because he just told me to do the line from the movie, and I said that you were our favorite first ratchet chick in the movie. Everybody remember Joy. Everybody remember that. But my question to you is, what is your favorite type of character to play? Do you prefer to play like, you know, the relatable ratchet chick that everybody kind of knows, or do you love more to venture off into something a little bit more serious? What is it?
I like great roles. Like I don't care if it's comedy, high comedy, low comedy. I don't care if it's drama. I like well-written, well-rounded female, strong. And she doesn't have to necessarily be strong because I've played some weak-minded women.
Right.
But I want to give something back that you see yourself in her and you grow.
Right.
So I don't choose my roles. My roles choose me. God is my manager. Because I've never set out to say, I want this role. But every role that I've been gifted to either win or be offered has affected people in some way. And that's because I put my soul into everything I do. So I don't have a favorite. This is just what I'm supposed to do. And, you know, I just do it. I like to do it well, though, and it all begins with the writing, which is why Veronica's piece spoke to me, because she writes well, and this is well written. Yes. We don't have enough well written female roles.
Right, and I'm glad you brought up
black female.
Amen.
Yes, let's clap that up. I'm glad you brought up Veronica too, because I want to know how close is your character that you play in Feeding the Monster to your own real life personality?
Well, for me, I was molested when I was a child. So I am Jasmine, the character that plays her daughter that was molested. So for me, this is a growing experience because for the first time I'm walking in my mother's shoes. You know, I was molested at such a young age that it affected the way that I related to men and related to this industry. And for a long time, I was looking at my mom like, how could you allow something like this to happen?
Right.
And then I became a mother. And then I'm playing this role. And I see that you do not allow anything. A psychopath is a monster that will hide and take what he wants. And these are the types of personalities that are stealing the joy from your sister, your aunt, and has stolen the joy, and we just don't talk about it. Wow. So I'm actually playing my mother.
Wow.
And it brought me closer to my mother because I'm able to see no one is at fault but the person who did it.
Exactly.
Paula, I think that we're definitely seeing a paradigm shift, especially in Hollywood, with the Me Too movement, with women gaining their voice, gaining their strength, telling their story. So my question to you is, what's more difficult to deal with as an actress? The racism, the sexism, or the ageism as a woman? Like, what's the most prevalent thing that as an actress in Hollywood that you have to deal with? That for art as well.
I think for me, it's being a parent, a mommy.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have any issues until I had a baby.
Is that right?
And then it was like I had to start my career all over again. But what were you saying?
No, I said.
Were you saying something? Oh.
No, racism, sexism, or ageism.
Yeah, but to say, racism, sexism, or ageism, I don't see that in my counterparts. Like, I don't see anyone asking Reese Witherspoon, who I came in with, this question.
Right.
You know, and I don't think it's one in particular. I'm dealing with all three on a daily basis because that is who and what I am and will always be. And I can't escape either. There's no way. You know, you look at me, you see a black, you look at me, you see me, and you see a woman knocking on 40's door. No matter how cute I think I am and you think I am, it's still just the way the industry is. So they're all holding hands, but they're not stopping me from doing me. And I don't think anyone should allow any of those things or anything to stop them from doing them, or we wouldn't have Martin Luther King Jr. We wouldn't have had these two brothers sitting here, these young brothers ready to work on faith. Don't let what other people put on you, thank you, put you in no box. Because they told me I was a hoochie. I'm from Shaker Heights, Ohio, born in Farmington, Michigan. I am from the suburbs. I am what I say I am.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, you know, whatever that means to you and your listeners, don't let anyone put you in a box.
Amen.
I'm so glad you said that, Paula. What I want to ask you is, what do you want people to take away after seeing this?
I want you guys to talk to these young brothers sitting here on the sofa. I love you guys.
Love you too.
And I want to introduce you. I want you to take away. This is an ensemble. This is a story that needs to be told from all perspectives and heard. So you guys jump in and say yours as the husband, as the boyfriend. What do you think? This is man talk. What do you guys think the men, from a male perspective?
Yes, and please, just state your name and your character again.
DeJuan Christopher. I play Kenneth, the father, the husband.
The bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy.
Oh,
the monster.
You're the bad guy. You're a monster.
Is that right?
Now,
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I just want to ask you, playing the bad guy. That's kind of hard, especially when you're not really a bad guy in real life. Well, hopefully you're not. But
definitely not to that level.
And he is that.
But you know, we all have a little bit of good. We all have a little bad in us. What is good? What is bad? You know, I always start by, you know, asking myself this question with any character that I explore: is anybody unredeemable?
Right.
And then, as an artist, I always ask who, why. You do some exploration of the character, it's sort of a backstory.
And Veronica has written such developed characters that you kind of see everyone's perspective. So I don't want the men to think that you're going to come see a bunch of ladies beating up on you. And, you know, no, we're being honest with every male perspective.
Most definitely.
In this piece.
Yes.
You even see the monster's perspective.
Most definitely.
And that's right.
Adding on to that, I think, well, I know as somebody that's coming to this play, your humanity is going to be questioned, and you're going to you're placed in this society as a man because it's so easy, you know, from the outside looking in. You know, 20 from the outside looking in. Oh, I'll do that, but this play is going to take you on the journey, on the ride. And there's going to be times in the play when you're going to say, you know, I can identify with Kenneth. I can identify with Eli. I was that young brother that, you know, had that love for this young girl who maybe became my wife, the mother of my children. But then there's going to be aspects you're going to be, man, I cannot agree, Kenneth, but maybe I can empathize and sympathize.
Or maybe I've been there before.
Exactly.
Don't act like.
He's a flawed character, but there's a line, not to give too much away, but there's a beautiful line in regards to myself saying that I hurt people. So, you know, like you said, what happened to our dreams the first, right? To the drop like a red sun, so forth and so on. What happens to somebody that's but never been healed? Hurt people. Yeah. And, you know, we explore that as well, and they're dealing with kind of the beginning, the middle, and the end of this guy.
So let me ask you this. Is there anyone you had to channel or draw from to actually play this character?
Donald Trump.
Actually, no. I had to really dive into my imagination because there's the only thing I could really relate to Kenneth is being a guy that, you know, was athletic.
Have you ever been attracted to a younger woman?
Have I been ever attracted to a younger woman?
You can't even get it out.
Not really. I mean, I still call myself a younger man.
Okay,
but,
AP.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
Because she didn't tell you she was AP.
Yeah, but I just had to come up with a backstory. Trying to, come up in my mind, who is this guy? Where did he come from? The social, political, economical background. Who was his mother? Who was his father? What motivated him? Because he's somebody's child. Everybody's somebody's child.
Right.
So what was he doing at 5 years old? Me, I'm looking at Thundercats, trying to date my age. But, I'm dating myself. I'm looking at Thundercats using, Lucky Charms or something. What was he doing at 5? What was his ambitions when he was 10 years old, 15? Did he get to the pinnacle of his career? Did he view himself as a successful individual before, what transpired in his life? What motivated him or deviated him to do what he did to affect somebody else's life?
Right.
And how was he affected by that? Because nobody comes out unscathed, even a predator or the prey. Everybody's changed.
True indeed.
From that. That's what I did. I internally and emotionally delved myself into the character to try to, light to this situation with my artistry.
I have a question for Dewan, which is the bad guys are ultimate. They're very interesting. They're very attractive in films. And as an actor, your job is to portray a character and do the best that you can. Now, as a black man, we also know that sometimes the media grabs holes to these negative images, these negative stereotypes, and they beat us over the head with it. So how do you balance your artistry and wanting to create the best, most realistic character that you can, and keep in mind that if this pops negatively, because I don't feel like white actors have to deal with that. Like, you don't ask, a white actor, are they really a criminal? Are they really the character? You don't ask Joe Pesci, is he a mobster, right? But if a black actor gets a character that's negative, they kind of use it to denigrate us as a people. How you feel about that?
Well, let me jump in there because I watched TCM, Turner Classic Movies, and yesterday Chaz Palminteri was on there giving Edward G. Robinson props. And he said that he and Edward G. Robinson are two men who have been typecast as gangsters their entire career.
Yep.
So we can't say that we don't all get typecast. And we can't say that these typecasts don't come from somewhere. Because this particular piece is a true story. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Now, go for yours.
This is fun. That, he was a great scholar. Maybe you know him. He's no longer with us. He's in the ancestral realm. His name is Dr. John Henry Clark.
Yes, sir. Dr. Clark. Sorry.
Yeah, if you guys in New York. So, yes. I have all his books. I listen to all his lectures. I have them on DVD. Some people on VHS.
Yes.
Some of them to DVD. But, he said whatever talent the Creator has bestowed upon you, it's your duty to nurture it and use it to edify and liberate your people. With that, I believe that I do have a gift for storytelling. And that's what we do as actors, as artists, to communicate, to tell a story, and to communicate with our constituents, right? And my job as a black man is to offer a perspective, unfiltered, real. And this is not cookie cutter. This is real. And I'm realizing, as I grow more and more each day as an artist, as a man, there are issues in this society that I don't even know that exist, And there are things that I do know exist, and I do know that I do not have the privilege or afforded the same opportunities when I walk through the door to be perceived as a European counterpart or an Asian counterpart. When I walk through the door, you see me as a black man, whatever that might come through your mind first, you see me that as a black man. So with that, as an artist, I wanted to bring healing to this situation.
Right.
No, it'd be easy just to play this role as just, he's just a stereotypical predator and this, that, and the third. But like as I mentioned earlier with the backstory, who is he?
Right.
It all starts at the beginning. You have to ask yourself, is anybody just born bad? Or does life shift people, their political, their cultural views, view themselves. People hurt people. So I view him as well, even though he was a predator, but maybe he could have been a victim too. What happens to a young boy maybe who's been molested, maybe by a woman or a man, somebody that he loved and trusted, but nobody told him that it's going to be okay. Nobody hugged him and allowed him to grieve and cry. Because you know, if you're a young boy, let's say, I remember this. Let's say you're in 7th, 8th grade, you're about 12 or 13, and let's say a girl about 16 or 17 or 15, she shows you some interest, and she might have kissed you, she might have groped you. You can't go back to your uncles or the boys in the neighborhood and say, hey, man, this girl sexually molested me. They're going to say, what's wrong? You should be happy that you 13 and a 17-year-old woman is giving you love. But if you flip it, and she's a 13-year-old girl, and it's an 18-year-old man doing that, he's sick. Something is wrong with him. Why are you attracted to her? She's not mature yet. She doesn't have full breath. She's not even thinking in a woman's manner. She's not mature enough for you. So my thing is for us to offer healing on both sides. Because it's not just a woman thing or a man thing. It's a human thing, and it's a conditioning that's epidemic in our community specifically. And that's what I'm worried about healing, because you know, the elephant is in the living room, and he's not supposed to be in the living room, and we need to speak about this.
Absolutely.
And we need to offer healing and let people know also we come in different shades, different tones, different rhythms, different heights. What is a predator? Who is a predator?
Yeah, that's why I get tired of black people trying to sweep our stuff under the rug like we just perfect. We ain't got no hoochies. What did you do? Where'd you get that from? We're perfect. We're all like Oprah. No, Oprah wasn't always Oprah. You know, even Oprah was molested as a child.
No doubt.
And, you know, and it's not a black or a white thing. It's a human thing.
Right.
And it just, when people kept telling me that I was being attacked and how upset I should be, I'm like, you can also stereotype if you want to. Because in my opinion, I bring something different to every urban woman that I play. You know, there's a different honesty that so to me, it means I'm just going to work.
Right. Right.
Just keep hiring me.
So let me ask Dewan and Paula and the other cast members in the room. How was it with director Art Evans?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is our playing Eli. Art Evans is, you know, that's my uncle right now. He became my uncle. You know, he's amazing. He's not hard, but he knows what he wants, and you know, he gives the type of actors for us to kind of play with our role and develop into what we are and everything. He helped us out a lot. He has a lot of experience in the industry. You know, in rehearsals and conversations, you know, when I call him or I struggle with certain things, scenes, and everything like that, he always, I'll tell you what he said, because he is experienced and what he do.
Definitely.
And so, you know, so Art Evans, working with him, it was an honor, you know. That's Art Evans right there.
And Andre's so gifted. Like, he's a young man, and I don't know how much experience he's had, but it's just a natural grace and realness about his art. Pun intended. You know, but yes, and art brings that out in all of us. He allows us to fall so we can get back up and get back on.
I appreciate that, Paul.
This is our one again. Me working with Art is a treasure. You know, I'm very fortunate. I'm very thankful and grateful for the opportunity, and this is something that I would never forget. Also, you know, as a child, you know, starting to find myself, you know, wanting to do this acting thing, right? He was somebody on a short list that I said to myself I would like to meet or work with. I was afforded the opportunity, and I guess I'm realizing right now. First time I was introduced to Art was as a child watching the movie A Soldier Story. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yes.
Yeah, had Denzel Washington in there and a few others, you know, Robert Townsend Jr. And, you know, my father was a military man. And, you know, we used to sit there and watch the movie with my uncles, my grandfather who was military. And that was a transformative, you know, piece for me. And even to this day, I still watch the movie. And then I remember Die Hard 2 and growing up watching Family Matters. I remember him being there as on the episode of Santa Claus.
Oh, wow.
Native Son, when he was in there with Oprah Winfrey, a lot of different things. But to be able to sit and pick his brain, to realize right now, and I'm humbled to say this, that the man will forget more about the craft of acting than I've learned already.
Right.
And to have guys sitting there to critique me, everything is with love, to give me inspiration.
Oh, he loves lying.
To, you know, and just to be able to grace the stage with him. It's just amazing. And it's transformative, and it's a learning experience. Keeps you on your toes. I'm excited every day to get to the theater. I'm excited when I leave the theater from working with Art to dive more into my character, to explore my character, and just even having a conversation with Art, man. He's a library of life. You know, this man he's done it, you know, on Broadway in the Amen Corner, written by James Baldwin. He's worked with the great Frank Silvera from the Theater of Being, B. Richards. These are people, you know, that especially young blacks, you know, black men and black women should know these names in the field. He's a giant amongst us, and I don't take that lightly, and I'm very grateful and thankful. And I've been very enriched as a man, as an artist, from working with Art.
As a fan,
and another thing about, I'm sorry, another thing with art is real. You know what I mean? So it's to a point. If it's something that I need, or he's like, yo, you can do it. You can do it. Step it up. I believe in you. I see it. And he'll push you, you know, really push you to a point where it's like, yo, I didn't even think I could do it. But he did it. Yeah, I did it.
As a fan of Art.
Bring that out of you. Bring stuff out of you. Hello.
As a fan of Art, I always think about his dignity and his power, cool demeanor. How has that translated into him being, because he's authoritarian, calm, cool, and always very dignified and very present. So does that translate into his directing style as well, the way I see him as an actor?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's right here. You can ask him, but yes. The answer is unequivocally yes.
Look,
most definitely.
Look, we want y'all to sing Art praises first before we get to him.
Dig it. Exactly.
Give
him flowers while he was on the side of Jordan.
Definitely, most definitely, man. Art, you know, in this industry and being in Hollywood, it seems like people, their goal is not to enrich your talent. Their goal is not to make you comfortable. Their goal is, it seems like, to tear you down sometimes. You know, when you go into some auditions, they'll look at your resume. It doesn't matter where you trained. They don't care, you know? Right. But to have somebody, I'm just being point blank frank. That, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes it can, you know, it's like you're there with vipers. They're vultures or they're zombies. And you're like, what the heck is going on? I just want to do, you know, a great job as an artist and offer some thought-provoking work, you know, to the world. And what Art does is he educates you. For somebody like me, I'm not as Paula. I don't have the extensive resume as Paula. But Art makes me adequate as an artist. He gives us expertise, you know, confidence, because this business, man, is all about confidence, man. Yes. Like, you can hear no 1,000 times before you hear one yes. Right. And you can be one of the most phenomenal actors. Look at, you know, people like Viola Davis. She didn't just become a talented actor yesterday or overnight. She's been doing this craft for over 30, 40 plus years. And then now you finally know who she is. Right. So, you know, just to have a conversation with Art, or the way he directs you, he gives you understanding to know what others are looking of you, so you can dive into your best self and put your best foot forward. And he just gives you so much confidence to understand that you were, you know, born to do great things. I just laugh a lot of times. I'm like, man, you know, my grandmothers, my mother, my father, my grandfathers have told me a lot of life lessons and given me, you know, courage. And then for Art to confirm that as well, as an artist who's been to the pinnacle, that's priceless. And so we're grateful, we're thankful, and I'm ready to conquer the world.
No doubt. Now look, we after Art stops crying, we want to speak to him.
Y'all got Art all wrong. Art does too without 5 minutes.
CJ want to talk
And
to him.
also to let you know, Art is one of the funniest guys alive. Seriously. He's funny, man. Like, he will make you laugh all day, every day.
And crack your face.
That's right.
Now, Art, bro. I mean, just how does it feel, just hearing the praise come from your crew and staff and everything? Because if my crew was talking about me, they wouldn't be saying those nice things like they're saying about you.
It's a wonderful bunch of actors who have unique talent. They have unique talent that you in a TV show. There's something, I don't know if transmission is working or not.
We can hear you.
Okay, but I've got a bunch of talented actors, and they are opening up to challenge themselves to bring out the best in themselves.
Mm-hmm. Now,
and they're wonderful to work with because they have strength, and but the most importantly, what I like about them is that they challenge themselves. And Paula challenges herself. She's persistent, and persistent in getting information, persistent in working with her fellow actors, and persistent in entertaining ideas and coming up with ideas of her own for her character, which for a director, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you. How receptive are you to letting them like improv and kind of do their own thing and bring that to the stage play?
Well, kind of like do their own thing. I don't like. I mean, I let them interpret the character, and I've had discussions with all of them regarding their characters, and they are pretty much on. And with the crew that we have here, you have to have a good eye because you have to know how to not say anything to them more than how to say something to them because they are doing what is needs to be done. But sometimes if you tell an actor they're doing what they need to be done or they're right there, it kind of like spoils it. So you really sometimes do them a great disservice by telling them, yeah, that's it. But you do more of a service by letting them continue to challenge themselves.
Right. Now,
I don't know if that was clear or not.
It was.
Yes, it was. And my next question to you, like, what was as a director, just what was your most challenging thing? You know what I'm saying? Just directing with the cast of Feeding the Monster and kind of interpreting what the writer wanted as well.
The most difficult thing?
Yes.
The most difficult. I'm sorry, we're having.
It's got a reverb.
Yeah, the reverb. You keep it.
Oh, so the most difficult thing is for me as an actor, as an artist. Like when I get on stage to announce, do stand-up comedy, play instruments, sing. The nervous part, the hardest part for me is when it's time to come off the stage. And so I have I'm in a wonderful element of actors trying to find their characters, and they all bring in different, they have different idioms, attitudes, feeling, sometimes it's best to leave them alone, and because you see that they have it, but you just have to find a way to nurture it. Sometimes it's difficult on you because they don't know that this is your intended projection.
Right.
And but my job is to get the play bouncing, and I've done it a number of times, and I know what I'm going to have to go through. But the one thing about theater different from the films I've done and the TVs and the, you know, stand up or whatever. And say, let's do it again.
So, Art, I'm sure as a director, you have a very clear vision and a very clear idea and very clear direction where you want to go. After you work with the actors, after they have rehearsed, did you have to change some things based upon the strengths or some aspects of the character that maybe weren't on the written page, but the actor brought out another aspect and you had to kind of change the direction or the way you directed the actor?
Yes, but that's tricky because you got to. That's tricky because you got to do it surreptitiously. You got to do it. You got to be really sly because they come up with some stuff that they didn't even know how good it was.
Right.
And you can't bring it to their attention, so you have to celebrate by yourself. And but when that happens, you know you're with a good group of artists, and so that makes it worthwhile. I mean, I'm a director, I'm an actor, I'm a performer. Yeah. I know what they're all going through. I've been through it before they were born.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
Yeah, so it's like I've been doing this for a long time. I love it. This play is a very attractive play, and it's kind of like you have no other recourse but to really kind of help develop it and join it as immediately as you can. Right. But the added thing is that we got some great actors here, and we have to make sure we take advantage of their abilities.
And can I speak in there as far as Art as a director? Because I've worked with a lot of directors, and Art brings my work to another level on a subliminal level. Like he said, surreptitiously. Because 3 days later, I'll be thinking about a note he... Oh, that. From an actor, as in breath, and as in service line this way, where you're like, but I thought I was. Oh, it's in the breath. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Like it's he speaks to us like only another actor can speak to you. You know, and sometimes directors don't know that language.
Right.
And that's what makes an actor director my favorite types of directors, because they give you a certain and then they'll lead you to the water and wait until you take a sip.
So because
and
he was
take a gulp, that's on you.
Because he
you
was
know,
an actor.
You go thirsty, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Don't say I didn't take you to the water. And in that way, I'm learning as a director myself.
Right.
So
this is DeLon. So I want to add a note about Art. You know, I did some undergrad training, did graduate work, and it was only until I got with Art that he reminded me about the simplicity of artistry and our job as actors to communicate. He said one time, he called me Lion, and he was like, Lion, you know, sometimes you don't need the words to communicate. Sometimes you can communicate without the words. There's a realm of that, communicating without even speaking a word. Act, be, use your body, use different things to communicate. And I said, you know what, you're right. Because, like, what if I was mute? What if you know what I mean? What if I was communicating with somebody who spoke a different language? You know, I couldn't speak. And it's like an undergrad or grad, we focus on literature and the classics. But that just speaks to the greatness of art. To be simple, you know, communicate without even using words. Be in the moment. Be real. You know. Yes. And you know, I just wanted to add that about Art. And also, real quickly, I would be remiss if I didn't speak on two other actors, brilliant actors in the piece. That's be Doyin Domingo, who plays my daughter. She plays the role of Jasmine. And Kanisha Wade Dorsey, who plays Rhea. They're not here. You know, Rhea's on her way from California to Detroit. I think she's landed, but they're both phenomenal to this piece.
About Kanisha's husband is, you can check him out. He's an actor on Queen Sugar and Halloween.
Oh, yes, Omar. Omar Dorsey.
Do they have a room?
But definitely, this piece, I hope many people can come out to see it. They need to get their tickets. They can get their tickets at Eventbrite.
Yeah, we're
gonna
put the link.
If they can't get their tickets from Eventbrite, here in Detroit, tickets are available at God's World Superstore at 13533 West 7 Mile Road here in Detroit, Michigan. And the number for that is 313-862-8220. So, and I want to also thank you guys, even, you know, for giving us this platform, and for you guys doing your great due diligence with, you know, bringing this to the community. Yeah, phenomenal question, man. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I know, you know, I'm echoing the same sentiment for everyone else as well.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys taking the time out to even talk to us and to talk about the play. I think this is a huge message that a lot of people who have been through this.
Yes.
We know there's a lot of people that have a story and they're ashamed to talk about it. They're afraid to talk about it because of, you know, what the impact might be back on them for even exposing people that, you know, that have molested somebody or whatever the case is. Me dealing with a situation like that twice in my life with, you know, with men that was supposed to be of a figure to me that I was supposed to trust, you know, a godfather and, you know, somebody else. And, you know, it's never been a thing for me to discuss it, but there's so many people that are, you know, they're still living in this shadow of who they were when this thing was, you know, was occurring, and they drag it on, you know, in their lives constantly. And I think that it's very important that this message is definitely sent across the nation. People are asking so many questions just in regards to the play being I know it's going to be in Detroit first, but it's going to be traveling to different cities, because I think people need to know, you know, they need to hear the message more.
That's the goal. That's the objective. Yes. 2019.
We don't plan, we pray.
2019. We're supposed to be taking it on the national tour. We launched this piece in Hollywood and LA earlier this year. Did a run from April to May. And then now we're moving to Detroit.
Yes, I'm new. I'm the new Jack. So when you ask that question about us making it different, he did. I'm a new person, so they did have to kind of rethink everything they did previously.
Right.
So we're kind of reopening. This is our tester opening here in Detroit, but we have plans on carrying it to New York. That's our final goal. We want to get off Broadway, even off Broadway.
All the way to Broadway. But definitely to the queen that was speaking about, you know, your traumatic issue. Peace and blessings to you. It's unfortunate that you had to go through that, but you know, from coast to coast, I've learned, you know, we all really the same, and even internationally, going to the continent and to the Caribbean, we all are one, and we've all been experiencing so much trauma and tragedy, and I really believe that this piece can be transformative, and it can, you know, bring realism and a unfiltered spectrum of all this trauma that we've been dealing with as a people, from sexism, classism, sexual abuse, and to let people know it's not cool, you know, to hurt others just because you've been hurt, and it's not sexy just to go around thinking you have to internalize these struggles by yourself. You know, build a tribe, speak to somebody, and never be afraid to let somebody know that you've impacted me, that you hurt me, and there's nothing wrong with even admitting that you need help, whether it's counseling or something like that.
Speaking it. That I'm sure felt good to you, because I myself, being a survivor, know the power in owning it and being able to now say, yes, I am a survivor, and not feel embarrassed or care what anyone else thinks that means that I am.
Right.
You know, I've heard brothers in the streets be like, yeah, man, or make sure you holler at a girl that's been molested when she young, because she fucked up in the head, and blah, blah, blah. You know, so don't put a label on me, because now we are together, ladies, gentlemen. We are one, and we are handling this, and we are talking about it. We're no longer silent victims. We are strong survivors. And the more we talk about it, the more empowered we are. So thank you for sharing your story. And thank you for being woman enough to say yes, and still I rise.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
This
Thank you.
this question goes to and man, y'all got me thinking some things here, you know, because like again, this is a story definitely that needs to be shared with the masses, and it's so hard for somebody to be as transparent as Paula was, and my co-host here, Hurricane Kiss and everything. So, and with that being said, Art and Paula, because you are the most experienced of the team, and you've been in this game for a minute, is there any little inkling of this going to the big screen at all? Is there going to be some talk about this going to the big
I'm
screen?
leaving it at that, and now my senior advisor will speak.
There certainly is, because this is perfect for the screen, and it's topical.
Yes,
it's a very topical piece. And
one of those Sundance phase, you can tell Sundance would eat it up.
Mm.
And we're also invited to the North Carolina Black Theater Festival in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay.
And that's
huge.
The Lawrence Evans, who is one of the creators of that particular activity, personally called me. Usually you have to send in a tape, wait for them to look at it, and then for them to maybe call you.
Right.
But they wanted to do this straight away. And so we have a good cast. We have an excellent cast. It's one of these casts I was telling you before. Well, I'm in front of the cast, so I'll go over here and talk.
No credit to God. We're all his children. We love it.
They're all youngsters, so they all are my children. They're you know, the oldest one is 25.
Guys, this is very sensitive subject matter, and for the people that are in the sound of my voice, no matter when it happened to you, if it happened to you yesterday, if it happened to you 25 years ago, no one can tell you when and how to speak your truth. Right. I don't want people to be afraid to say, well, why didn't you say it then, and how come you didn't do this, and how come you didn't do that? That's the first thing. If it happened to you, you got to get it out. Yeah. Secondly, in conclusion,
it's almost like you wrote the script, because that is you. Wow, you
said that well, didn't he?
You expressed that quite well.
And thank you, guys, and also to everyone that's dealing with this, that's never spoken, that's not an actor, it's not on a radio show. Let me tell all of us something. We are not what happened to us. We don't make idols of our pain. We don't worship at the feet of our pain. We acknowledge our pain. We take strength and empowerment.
Absolutely.
No one defines who and what we are. We are a decision.
Right.
All of us go through adversity, pain, struggle, and sacrifice. And in our community, we don't like talking about stuff like this. We like to push it under the rug. We like to get judgment. We like to say, ooh, look at her. She's this. Look at him. He's that. You are your decision, and you can get past this. So I just wanted to let everyone know in the sound of our voice, it's not a big Hollywood star, not on the radio. We love you. We care about you, and
Absolutely.
it is possible to be more than what happened to you.
Yeah, and let me just say this real quick. Never be embarrassed about speaking about your pain. Never be embarrassed about speaking about your pain.
Very good. Very good.
And another thing, really, really quick, because I've heard all types of things. Just like when they said, "Oh, you should get with somebody who's been like," that's one of the sickest things I've probably ever heard in my life. But also, like just coming up, you know, just me growing up and experiencing the things that I've experienced. Like I stopped telling people, "Oh, well, if you know if you were in sex with you, like if the person didn't have sex with you and didn't do all these things, it's not not that much. It's a big deal. Period. Once you put your hands on a child." Or bring a child into a situation that they've never experienced in their life, like you have no idea how that messes you up growing up. Like she said, you don't trust people. It messes up your trust with men and women. And the fact that now it's not even just a girl thing. Everybody used to always classify it as, oh, because girls get molested. No, I have my grandson and I have to watch him because it happens to everybody now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a sick mental thing. It's a sick mental thing, and nobody is exempt. So stop trying to downplay it as if, oh well, if a person just touched you on your hiney, that's not really. No, it's wrong. Stop it. get it together, and people have to start speaking more out about it. That's it.
It's wrong.
It is. It's wrong.
Yes, sir.
It's wrong.
Absolutely. And if it happened to you and you're perpetrating it upon someone else and using that excuse, well, it happened to me, so I'm going to pass it on. No, you pass on love and compassion. You don't pass on that abuse. And if you can't, if you don't acknowledge it, you can't get past it. And if you don't acknowledge it, you might be subject to abusing someone else.
Now, so
that's right.
now before we conclude, let's talk about the dates and the time of this amazing production. So is November 9th, the 10th, and 11th?
No, it's November 8th.
November
9th,
8th.
10th, and 11th.
November 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th at the Northwest Activity Theater. And that's
right.
That's
Correct.
located at 18100 Myers Road, Detroit, Michigan. Please, I'm gonna put the Eventbrite link on all our social media. So if you're in the Detroit area, please come out and support and go see this amazing production. All right, directed by Art Evans.
Evans.
Yes.
That dude right there.
Such a pleasure.
Should have did that to CJ Hart.
Got my dialogue down.
Yeah.
Got my dialogue down.
And it's important to see people that you see on TV in person. It's just as important as going to see Beyonce. You know, come touch us. Let us touch you. That's why I like to do plays and go on tour, so we can touch each other. Not just something on TV.
I'm gonna use that.
Yeah. But I don't know if we mean it the same way. You know what?
We gotta be careful when we talk about that.
You know what? Let me say. Let me say this seriously. Real talk about Paula J. Parker, for all that she just mentioned about her past and what she went through. She keeps that amazing smile.
Oh yeah.
She keeps that amazing, beautiful smile. And please spread that love, spread your knowledge to the world. There's some young woman, some young girl that just needs to hear what you've been through.
Absolutely.
We love you. We love you. Come to us. We're coming to a city near you.
That's right. And you guys are located in New York, right?
Yes, the New York, New Jersey area. And look, and actually, you may need to hit us up because we can actually facilitate different venues
right.
where you guys can come and do the play.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, most definitely. Yes, most definitely.
You are our end goal.
Yeah, let's go to the Ethel Barrymore.
Yeah, let's do it. Big game. Big baby.
Yes.
So we'll get our girl,
the first play,
and our producer to talk to you guys, and
let's hook it up.
That is our end goal.
Right, and up to New York.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
We want to thank everybody. The whole cast of
Love you guys.
Love you guys too. Good luck and congratulations.
Respect.
Yes, definitely.
Congratulations to you too.
Yes, peace and blessings.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We just got back from Detroit, actually. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. Here we are.
Yeah.
I'm talking about congratulations. You have an outlet, and that's the battle right there. You just did it. So thank you. Thank you, guys.
I was already planted the seed for us. Yeah. See how that works. You left, and now we occupying the city.
No doubt.
Black excellence, black entrepreneurship.
No doubt, y'all. So you just everyone.
All caps.
Thank you.
Hashtag that.
Yes, everyone.
Dr. Clark, Dr.
Y'all
Big, what?
Y'all just been listening to the cast, the whole team of most of the team of the stage play Feeding a Monster. Please go support that. Again, it's November 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th.
Yes.
In Detroit. Just go to Eventbrite and type in Feeding a Monster. Go get those tickets and support this amazing production. We want to thank you all. We love you all. Thanks for sharing, just being so transparent this morning and this afternoon on the Man Cave Show. We appreciate y'all.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Love you all.
Take care. God bless.
God bless you guys. Thank you.
See you in Jersey.
Wow. I really enjoyed talking to them, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to, I'm gonna hit up the PR person and just have Art and Paula send us a drop and everything like that. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, we didn't even mean for it to get this deep. we didn't even mean for it to go this long, actually. But when you have a conversation about something that's serious,
Right.
it grows legs, and people can relate. And people, as Paula shared with us, that she has experienced, molestation and all of that in her life and everything. And shout out to you too, Hurricane Kiss, for exposing your truth and everything on the show. Shout out to the whole cast. All right, Evans. Shout out to the PR person that put this thing together. But just stay tuned, man. We got some more realness to bring to you on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon show. And we definitely going to try to facilitate getting them to do this production in Jersey, because we got some contacts and some connects. And we're going to try to make that happen, man. Jersey, New York, whatever. But we need this way as well. It needs to be on the West Coast, the East Coast, the Midwest, all over the country, you know what I'm saying, and abroad. So, again, support the stage play, Feeding a Monster. And I already got them to let a cat out the bag and say it may be on the film, on the big screen.
Yep.
It needs to be.
Yes. So
It definitely needs to be.
if y'all still listening to us, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. I want to give some props to the actual the media context. Shout out to Deborah Griffin. We appreciate
Publicist
you.
extraordinaire.
Yes, we thank you for bringing this to our platform and everything. And just remember, man, with the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon show, this show is never about us.
It's about you.
It's always about you.
Always about you.
Because what?
You are the next best kept secret.
Yo, we love y'all. Thank
Bang, 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 bang,
Paula,
bang,
Art,
bang, 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 bang.
Andre,
Dewan, yes.
Again,
Even Kanisha.
Yes.
And I don't want to say her name wrong. Is it Doyen Domingo, who wasn't on the line, but thank you guys so much.
Feeding a Monster.
Yes.
Detroit,
based on a true story.
Stand up. We're going to clip this interview up, this whole interview portion up, and put it on all the Detroit related sites and everything, because we don't want nobody to miss this amazing production. All right, we're going to see y'all tomorrow.
Love you guys.
Yes. Same bat time, hopefully.
Same
bat channel, definitely.
Wakanda forever.
The Man Cave Morning / Afternoon show.
Bang, 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 bang.
We love y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that left comments and everything. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all just got me.
Oh my Lord.
Shit up, shit nip.
Button your lip.
All right.
Silly wabbits.
Freaking mess.
I'm going to get alcohol now.
Lord.
Goodbye.
Not I.
Love y'all.
Always keep it real.
He's so stupid. Yeah, your fingers be looking so funny. Oh my God.